Well, baby's just been having a major tantrum for the last 15 minutes where she's been alternately kicking the crap out of me and then hugging me in between. She's confused. She needs help. She does not want my help right now. On to the compact, if she'll let me do this. She might come in here screaming any minute though. She's ignoring me right now. Here's my understanding of the compact. The compact is basically a play on both writing a contract and compacting your life, i.e. a trash compactor, in terms of your consumerism, reducing your footprint and whatnot. I think everyone approaches it from a different place in what you're trying to do, whether you're motivated for the environmental aspect or for the lack of chaos and clutter or financial. I will say my motivation is strongly with the financial, followed by the clutter and chaos, followed by environmental. While I care for the earth, you know, right now my number one priority is my welfare. She's here. Can I get Patsy? Okay. So here's where I'm at so far. So far I have not spent any frivolous money. In fact, I had thought of going out last night because there's a balloon lady at a local restaurant that offers 99-cent kids meals. And I was really talking myself into doing that, and then I realized it was not necessary. The kids were perfectly happy and entertained at home in that moment, and we had food to cook, so I didn't do it, and that was a step in the right direction for me. Number two, oh, I won't look at you. I'm basically processing my thoughts on this and where it's taking me and what my goals are. But the first thing is this. Up until this point, we have had, well, up until this living here, we have, been able to live a pretty debt-free life. We have a mortgage payment, and that's about it. And can pretty much afford our lifestyle. There are times, because Mr. F was running his own business, where we were not able to take the taxes out of his wages at the time, and so we would owe these big chunks at the end of the year, and that was a problem. And we did and do have investments. Of course, our savings is all invested, which, being young people, is wise, and in the end it'll all work out, and I'm not worried about it for a little bit, not even one minute day of my time or hour or minute is worried about it. There's no point in worrying about it, people. But it means that was a place we could draw on if we had unexpected expenses, or if we needed to pay a large tax bill or what have you. Well, now with the market down low, the only bit about it that's a problem is that I absolutely don't want to take any money out of it. It would be the stupidest thing we could do. So this is the first time, probably, and for sure in our married life, that isn't like a backup security. And while we are not destitute, and of course there is money in those investments, they are obviously greatly depleted, and it's just best to pretend they don't exist. So we are now needing to live on Mr. F's income alone. Up until right now, we have had a little bit of cash reserves from the move. While this property was more expensive, we had prepaid our Ann Arbor property taxes, and the property taxes there are quite high. So we got a pretty decent refund on that, and that gave us some extra cash leeway for paying for the appliances and things like that, and putting the down payment on kids' school. Which isn't a down payment towards the tuition. They actually have all these crazy fees that you have to pay, and first-time family, all this like hoopla that they totally demand. All right. And I was able to pay the first couple months tuition out of money that was still in our Michigan bank accounts. So now that is gone, and we have to pay it out of our current income. So I sat down, because I have not redone our budget based on our new situation. I've been kind of like, still settling into all the new bills and everything. So I sat down to add them all up, including the tuition, including our bills that we must pay for utilities, our mortgage payment, and then I put on our average grocery budget and our average, gasoline costs. And when I added that all up, it left us with $100 extra. Well, extras would be toilet paper, paper towel, all the things I buy at a little special place I like to call Target. So that gave me a little bit of a panic, and it kind of made me want to throw up. Now that's not, I will say, that's not destitute. It's doable. I spend a lot of money on our groceries, and of course, if things became bad, that is something we could cut back on. We could not have DirecTV. We could, we have to have cell phones because Ruby has epilepsy. But so we can't cut back on that. And actually, our cell phones are very cheap because we don't use them hardly ever, so our minutes are nothing. For 2 cell phones, I think we have 2 cell phones. It's like just under $60 a month, which is pretty much as cheap as you're going to go on that type of thing. Anyway, so I'm not going to, at this point, I'm not reducing our food budget because I tried last week to go to a regular store and not buy organic food, and I was physically unable to follow through on that mission. I just can't do it. It's too important to me. I'm not cutting back there unless we have to. Before I would do that, I would cut back on the kind of meals I serve, because there are days, honestly, several a week, where the meal I make at home is like $20 a dinner, which is kind of expensive. And that's just not just due to the produce is probably my #1 expense, and then followed by meats, because I'm using all antibiotic-free, hormone-free, free-range types meats.